So do you also use Cashfree for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create Pipedrive person on Cashfree payment. So with here I'm running a edutech company and we use Cashfree to sell our courses online. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new payment via Cashfree, automatically with the help of these same customer details who purchased the course and made the payment, a new person should be created in my Pipedrive account too. That too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Cashfree and Pipedrive. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video I'll show you how to automatically create a new person in Pipedrive whenever payment is made via Cashfree. So this integration will help you to streamline your sales pipeline by capturing customer details instantly and adding it to your Pipedrive account without any manual efforts. So let's get started. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in, and as soon as we're going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is Cashfree and Pipedrive. So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect's account, and as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we just have to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as this, which says how to create Pipedrive person on Cashfree payment, Cashfree to Pipedrive, and then we just have to click on this create. And as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to select it as Cashfree. So I'm just going to search for Cashfree over here, and as you can see the same, so we are just going to select it. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here what I want is that as soon as a new payment via form is received, my workflow should be triggered or started. So I'm just going to select my trigger event as payment via form, and now as soon as we're going to do so, it is giving me a webhook URL, and we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Cashfree account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we are going to do is I'm just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we are going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your Cashfree account, go to developers, payment gateways, and then webhooks. Alright, we're going to follow the same. So I'm just going to open my Cashfree account, and from here we have to go towards this developers section, and after coming over here towards the developers, we have to go towards the payment gateway and then webhooks. And as soon as we're going to come over here towards the webhooks section, over here you can see three options. Alright, you can see payment gateway, payment link, and payment form. So as you can see that in the help text it has mentioned that click on payment form. Alright, so we're just going to go towards this payment form, and then we just have to click on this add webhook endpoint button, and now it is asking me for the webhook URL. So we are just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow and then click on this button which says test and add, and once again we just have to click on this add, and as soon as we're going to click on this add, yes, you can see webhook added successfully. So with this we have successfully created a connection between our Cashfree account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow, and over here you can see that our connection was successful, and this response which we have received is the proof of that. But over here I want to capture the response which is related to my business and service. So I'm just going to recapture this webhook response and click on this yes. So over here I want to capture this webhook response which is related to my payment form. So I'm just going to open the payment form right from here, and as you can see that this is the payment form which we connected right now with our workflow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test submission for this form only. Let's say for the first name I'm just going to keep it as demo user. For the email ID I'm just going to keep it as demo user 555@pabblydudes.com. You can see the phone number too. And now I'm just going to click on this pay securely in order to purchase this PHP course as demo user. Alright, I'm just going to select my payment option as UPI. I'm just going to enter my UPI ID and click on this proceed to pay. And now we're just going to wait for a few seconds till our payment is getting confirmed. And yes, you can see payment successful. So with this we have successfully purchased this course which is PHP course as demo user. Yes, you can see all the details. And now what has happened is that Cashfree has sent these details to our workflow too. So now I'm just going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response for the same or not. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response for the same. You can see the same customer name which we entered. You can see the same customer phone and the email address which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new payment via form is received in my Cashfree account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. Alright, so what I want is I want to create a Pipedrive person on Cashfree payment, right? So we're just going to move on towards our action step, and now for my action application I'm just going to select it as Pipedrive. So I'm just going to search for Pipedrive over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it, and now it is asking me for the action event. So for my action event I'm just going to select it as create a person and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Pipedrive account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API token. And to get this API token, we have to follow the help text, and it is saying to get the API token, log into your Pipedrive account. Click on the profile icon at the top right corner and then proceed to personal preferences and their API. Alright, we are going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my Pipedrive account. Now over here we have to click on this top right corner and then personal preferences. And now from here we have to go towards this API section. And over here you can see that this is my API token. So I'm just going to copy this API token and then we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. Alright, so now after pasting this API token, we just have to click on this save. And as soon as we're going to click on this save, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Pipedrive account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow, and now it is asking me for the name, label, phone, email and many other details. So yes, we're just going to enter these details one by one right over here in order to create a new person in a Pipedrive account. Alright, but we are not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Cashfree as our trigger application. So we are just going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the name, right? So let's see that I'm just going to enter the name right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is static information and I have entered it manually. But let's say that we're going to map this from the previous response. So I'm just going to look for the name in the previous response and map it. Then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. Alright, so as soon as we map the name, this field has turned dynamic and we can move on forward. Now it is asking asking me for the label. So if you want, you can definitely add a label over here, but I don't wish to do so. So I'm just going to move it forward towards the phone number and map the phone number. So I'm just going to look for phone in the previous response and map it, and same we are going to do with the email address too. I'm just going to look for it and map it. And after mapping all of the required details, we are going to move it forward and click on this Save and Send Test Request button. As you can see that I've mapped only the required details. If you wish, you can definitely map the rest of the details too. And as soon as we are going to click on this Save and Send Test Request button, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully created a new person in a Pipedrive account with the same details received through Cashfree. So now I'm just going to open my Pipedrive account and check for the new person created. So from the left side of the bar, we have to go towards this contact section. All right, and yes, over here you can see a new contact has been created. You can see name, demo user. You can see the same email and the phone number which we entered, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new payment via form is received from a Cashfree account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same and further create a new person in our Pipedrive account. Alright, so now I'm just going to test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open my form once again, and we're going to do the test submission with the new details. Alright, so I'm just going to refresh this, and now for the first name I'm just going to keep it as test user. For the email ID, this and this as the phone number. We are just going to click on this pay securely, enter the UPI ID and click on this proceed to pay. Once again, we are going to wait for a few seconds. And yes, you can see payment successful. So with this, we have successfully completed this payment, and now I'm just going to open my Pipedrive account and check for the new person created with the same details. So we are just going to go towards the contact section from the left side of the bar, and yes, over here you can see a new one created. You can see the name, test user, you can see the same email and the phone number which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow and also tested it in real time, and you can see that within seconds a new person is getting created in my Pipedrive account upon the Cashfree payment via form. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.